Hey guys, so lately I've been doing a lot of sheet metal videos, and today I thought I'd take a couple minutes and talk to you about 5 basic tools I think everybody should have in their toolbox. The first one we're going to talk about, tin snips. Now, you shouldn't just have one, you should have all 3. Now let me show you why. Now your yellow snips, these guys are set up for cutting straight lines like so. Now your red snips, now these here are designed to cut to the left or counterclockwise. If you look at the blades, they're offset to the left. This is going to help you turn to the left as you cut. Now your green snips. These are designed to go the opposite way. So these are made to go to the right or clockwise. Once again, the blades are staggered off to the right to help with turning to the right. One quick tip with tin snips. You don't want to close all the way when you're doing a cut. You want to close a little over half and continue it. This will keep from giving you the little dimples and the sharp edges. So if you're cutting and you close every time, you can see all the points every time you stopped. Now if you were to cut continuous, only closing halfway each time, you can see those aren't there. So just remember, close about halfway, a little over half, but never all the way as you move the tin snips along. It'll give you a much cleaner cut. Now tin snips come in lots of brands, lots of price points. These here are Wisp. Now they are my favorite. I've been using them for years. This is a new set because finally was that time after all these years to buy a new set. These cost me about $32 for the set. Now I saw them as cheap as $12 for the set. Figure out what you like, buy those, what you can afford. That's what I suggest. Alright, now the next tool we're going to look at, hand brakes. Alright, not everybody has an actual brake at their house, so you got to do it by hand. So instead of folding it over a workbench and beating on it or something like that, looking at these. Now these range from about $9 to about $15, up from there. But let me show you how this works. It's a great tool to have. Now hand brakes come with 2 sides. Now this side's a 1-inch gap, this side's a 3/8 gap. So depending on what you need to use it for, to what side you're going to use. So these are really easy to use. All you do is slide the metal into the gap, place it down, and bend. There you go. It's a 90-degree bend. Now normally you use these hand brakes on a job site when you have to form something up, shape something out on a job site for HVAC. So when you're looking through your hardware store, if you don't see it in the tools, go over to the HVAC area and you can find them there. They have lots of uses, but I use them here just to tweak pieces of metal from time to time, especially before I had my brake. So this here is a cheap, inexpensive way to be able to form nice, clean angles. The third tool we're going to talk about is a pair of seamers. Now they come in lots of sizes, lots of prices. They all actually do the exact same thing. What they're doing is simply flattening back out the metal. You can also use it to hold the piece of metal while you bend it. Okay? I use it for a lot of fine adjustments. For example, this piece of sheet metal has been tweaked on the corner. So if we want to straighten it out, we'll just take a pair of seamers and squeeze it, kind of work it around till it's nice and straight again. The next tool we're going to talk about are shears. Now they have pneumatic, electric, there's a couple different ones, alright? These are going to come in handy if you've got a really long cut to make. You can do it with tin snips, but buddy, your arm's going to be wore out by the time you get to the end of a 3-foot piece. This makes life a lot easier. Let me show you how it works. as you can see, that's pretty easy to use. It doesn't require much effort at all. Now, you can get the pneumatic ones. This is just a Harbor Freight one for about 27 bucks. Prices for name brand go higher. This electric one here is from Harbor Freight also. It's their Bear brand. It cost me about 50 bucks. Either way, what you can afford, what you can use, it's going to save you a lot of work if you got a pair. So, all right, let's get on to the last tool. Last tool I'm going to talk about is a set of fender hammers. Now, there's going to be a lot of people that don't agree with me that you need a set of these. Now, what a set of fender hammers consists of is different hammers and dollies. And these are made mainly to pull dents and problems out of sheet metal, to flatten them back out or shape them. Now, let me show you how to actually use a pair of these, and it'll help you out when you make a mistake, flatten it back out and start over. Let's say you have a piece of sheet metal and you accidentally ding it. So now you got this dent here. Instead of throwing that piece away and starting all over, you can take a hammer and dolly set. You're going to put the dolly on the back side, hammer on top, just like that. You flatten it back out. Now you can flip it over and work it some more. And you can barely tell it was ever there. Now, a lot of guys are going to tell you don't need a set of fender hammers. You only need those if you're doing auto body work. Well, guess what auto body work is? Sheet metal work. Okay? So, it saves you a lot of times when you drop a tool on it, you drop a piece, something falls on it. You can clean it back up and keep using it and not having to start over. So, I know a lot of you want to agree with me on that one, but hey, it's my opinion. Okay? I don't remember how much these were. I've had them for over 10 years because they're hammers. Come on, they're not going to go bad. So I'll look them up and I'll put it over here how much they were. So, all right, guys. Well, look, I appreciate your time. Hopefully this helped you out in some way. In the future, maybe we'll look at some more of the advanced tools I have for those of you that are interested in them. All right, have a good one. I'll see you next week.